Please put your hand together for our Excellency, Dr. Irfan Ali, President.
Thank you very much. Please, please. Dear residents of Dagg Point, I want to, first of all, thank you for allowing us this opportunity to interact with you once more. And I've said to communities all across the country that this government that you have elected is going to work with every single community, regardless of how big or small, to ensure that development comes to every household, every citizen, and every community. And this community today is a testament to the program of government, the type of development that is taking place in this community, the level of optimism. And this is very important. 3.5 years ago, when we sent our officers to these communities, there was a sense of hopelessness. People were frustrated. Am I not right? The Because We Care grant was taken away from their children. No investment was made in the villages. Nobody from government was coming out to talk to you. And people were genuinely frustrated. Since then, we came into office, we have engaged you, we have listened to you, and we have delivered on all the commitments and promises that we have made to you. And we're going to continue to work with you to ensure that by 2027, we build a community here that is sustainable. One that will play an important and integral part in the food security of our country. And one in which the full labor, that is all our women and young people, the full labor potential of Dagg Point will be unleashed so that we can bring more disposable income to every single household. So we can create more avenues through which you can create wealth and build wealth. Through which more women can be involved in the building out of the economy and more young people can be involved in becoming entrepreneurs. And that is the next phase of development that I want to talk to you about. I've listened to many of the contributions so far. And when I look at some low-hanging fruits as to what we want to do for you, I can say, for example, in this community, I've already asked the Ministry of Agriculture to identify 50 acres of land so we can do a large-scale citrus plantation here. We can work with you, work with the young people, work with women in building out a large-scale citrus plantation here and then linking that citrus to the market. For example, the juice that your children get in school is produced by DDL. And part of that contract is that DDL must buy the fruits that is available in the local economy. Right now, we cannot supply 50% of that demand. Especially in the 2 years from now to get the production. But when you get the production, you have a permanent plantation that can really lead to the upliftment of your lives. Outside of that, when we talk about the hot meal program that someone mentioned, I've asked Ramraj to look at ways in which we can integrate a shade house with a hot meal program, the building that you want to build, so that you can produce some of the things, the spices, you can produce some of the peppers, some of the green leafy vegetables in that shade house so you can support, you can have input from the shade house into your hot meal program. Outside of that, more than half of the population here is getting water from the treatment plant. The problem is that we have tried 4 boreholes so far to find a new well to supply the other half of the population. And we have been unsuccessful because of the rock formation and geology of the area. But we are making a final try now, utilizing newer technology, a different bit, so that we can penetrate the rock and see if we can get to a sustainable source of water to supply the community. Now, when we build a future, the future that we want to build, and you know, when we sit here, sometimes we can forget easily. We can forget easily that 3.5 years ago, the Because We Care grant was taken away from your children. We could forget 3 years ago that the school feeding program, that the textbook program was taken away. The textbook program was non-existent. We could forget easily that our teachers never had the opportunity that they have today. Every person in Dagg Point today has the opportunity to study at a university under the Gold Scholarship Program. Every teacher has the opportunity to become trained from right here. These are not things that we must take lightly or take for granted. These are things that are important to the transformation and advancement of our community. You know, when we came back into office, we had many difficulties. Bell will tell you, when you pay attention, that the presidential grant, for example, the presidential grant was severely affected. Not only were the CSOs sent home, but the presidential grant, since we came into office to now, we have delivered directly to this community more than $6.4 million in presidential grant. That is $6.4 million that came for community investment, that came to create community wealth, that came to enhance the welfare of the community. Out of that $3 billion, your community would have received $7.5 million. Outside of this, when we left office, we left the LCDS, one of the most enlightened strategies in the world. During those 5 years, it destroyed it. We came back and we've rebuilt that strategy to the extent today that we are earning once more under the LCDS. And as a result of earning, we were able to transfer directly to your community $24 million under the LCDS program. That you decide how you want to spend. That you decide how you want to invest. When you look at the capital project, the tractor and trailer and the implements, investment of more than $5 million, the computer hub, and the re-employment of the 16 CSOs who were fired under the APNU-ASC government. Outside of this, as we promised in our manifesto, we have delivered 122 home solar systems costing more than $7 million. We have been able to put to this community 1.5 megawatt of solar farm, an investment that will transform this community. So, in this community, for example, because of the investment we have made in the solar farm and in the household solar power, we are saving 2,175 drums of diesel. That's a saving of $40 million. Savings for the community of $40 million. We must not take these things lightly. So if anyone here has a clear conscience and a true conscience, it will be very difficult for you to say that this government has not delivered to its commitment and that this government has not made life better. Something is wrong with your conscience if you say otherwise. You need to examine your conscience. And your conscience should be your guide. But there are still persons in our society who would never allow the conscience to be their guide. They will never allow the conscience to be their guide because they're stuck in the past. They're stuck in a mold that they cannot change, but that mold is consistently being eroded as we build one Guyana in which prosperity and development will come to every home. So those few persons in the society who are stuck in that mold, I'm telling you, leave them in the mold. They will erode themselves to the reality eventually. Because nothing we do will be able to help some of them. Right, Sheikh? Nothing we do will be able to help some of them. They will sit, come to our meeting, they will sit, and they will be sour of everything. You can announce all the initiative, and they will be sour. You can announce all the roads, everything that you want to do, and they will still be unhappy. But we have to look past that. That is why I'm here. Because today, although we have fulfilled all our commitments to you, we are now talking about a new phase of development. And we want to work with you on this new phase of development. Creating new opportunity. I spoke about the citrus farm, large-scale citrus farm. We want to engage the young women and young people into honey production. We are ready to train 50 persons into honey production. Invest in you by giving you the hives and plus giving you the protective wear that is very expensive so that you can go into honey production. And guess what? We have the market also for that production. These are the things that will make a real difference. When you look at this community in education, the cash grant, the Because We Care cash grant, we have been able to put in your children's pocket $6.3 million since we came back into government. $6.3 million that was taken away from the children under the last government. Outside of this, the National School Grant, because we heard, we are listening government, the caring government, teachers and children and parents complaining about not having chalk, not having teachers' material. We have been able to transfer directly to the school here $1 million as a material support grant so that those issues can be fixed. And the schools have that resources directly to fix these problems. We have also spent $26.5 million on the construction of a new nursery school building and also equipped the head teacher office. And in that building, we have a sick bay, furnishing, and other outdoor equipment. In public works, connected to Dagg Point, we have spent more than $448 million on internal main access road. In 2024, we'll spend a further $129 million. What does this tell you? That you matter. Regardless of where you live, you matter. When you look at the per capita investment, the investment that we have made on behalf of each citizen, each resident of Dagg Point, you have the highest per capita investment in this region and across our country. Under the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission, we have regularized, we have the regularization process ongoing. We have completed a survey for 87 plots, 87 leases with a half acre each. So we have ready for distribution 87 plots, 87 leases ready, half acre each. We want to not only give the lease, we want to sit down with these 87 families and see how we can help them to put their land into productive use, to put their land as part of that 50-acre production, to put their land into duck production, to put their land into egg production. So we want to sit with the families and see how we can optimize the use of their land so you get real value out of the asset that you own. When you look at the Ministry of Human Services, hundreds of millions of dollars we are spending on child care protection, investment in training, looking at pensions, hundreds of millions of dollars. And we're going to continue, of course, to increase that old age pension. So the list goes on. But I'm not here to remind you of all that we have done. We have already fulfilled all our commitment to you in the manifesto. We came to you with a plan. We have fulfilled the plan. We have a clear conscience. We are now working with you to expand that plan, in building out that plan, so we can give you more, we can invest more in housing, more in water, community infrastructure, and link that community infrastructure into livelihood option. That is what we are about. We are about one Guyana, about development, about prosperity, about progress, about uplifting the people of all our country. We are not into sour planning. We are into vision, ideas, development, structure. So I'm not going to be much longer because I want to give you the opportunity to share some ideas you have, to tell us about education, health. And by the way, next week, the Ministry of Health will be coming to your community with 3 teams. One team is a dental team. So all the children and the pensioners and everybody who need dental work, that team will come to your community to provide that service. The second team will be for spectacles. All those who need their eyes to be tested, we're not only going to test it, but we are going to give you the spectacles. We're going to give you the voucher to get that spectacle. The third team that will come will be to identify all those persons, for example, with cataract, who need surgery. And we're going to take you to the specialized hospital for cataract surgery in Port Moran. We're going to take the entire cost, give you the surgery, and bring you back home. Fourthly, we're going to help women with a cervical cancer program, the screening program, so that we can ensure our women are living progressive and healthy life. Finally, any woman in our community who needs surgery, for example, for fibroid, we have launched a national program in which at a local, at private and government hospital, we want to bring the number of surgeries for fibroid to zero before the last quarter of this year. So we clear all the backlog. So all of these are things that we're investing in to make your lives better, more meaningful. And I now invite all of you to share your ideas with us also. I thank you, and God bless all of you.
My fellow resident, all of you, those of you who have questions, I'm asking you if you could please come on the floor due to the feedback to the mic. Anyone first?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marlene Williams. I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to our president and the visiting team and resident. My concern here, we are so glad to hear what we will receive from our government. In our citrus, we have three acres of cherries plants. It's bearing right now, but we are not reaping it as yet.
Let me say this. The Guyana Marketing Corporation and Ramraj should come immediately when they're ready to reap, have them reap it, and take it immediately to DDL because we can sell it to DDL. So we have to now link this to the market. So I am happy you tell me this. They're going to ensure that you get the market. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. And my, well, this is what we need, when I know what that we need in our community for our ICT, multi-purpose in one. We need a security service. We don't have that here in our compound. So many things that's be happening here. Never mind, we have our fence, but still things that's be happening in our community. So we need security.
Okay, by this month end, your building will be included in the security contract from the region.
Thank you. And I have two more concerns. Just spare me. For our small business people in our community, we are not having, we need assistance, and we have 21 person that have a small business in our community, and we need assistance to boost up our villagers that will give us our livelihood in our community. But last but not least, I am the head of the CSO, and we just find it hard for us for transportation. Never mind, we have our transportation here, but sometimes we don't have driver to take us when we need it. So we are kindly asking for a ATV, motorbike. I know we will have it, but I am just requesting that to help us to take us to the farm, because it is 3 miles from here to go and come, and so that we will get hard time to walk, to go and to come back. So that is not just for CSO, just that also for the part-time job people also. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andre Ali. I'm the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Home Affairs. This afternoon, we have a desk to your left that's taking care of birth registrations, death registrations, late registrations, that you may have. So just go right over to the table on the left-hand side while the meeting is ongoing, and we can take care of those matters.
So, Dr. Do not come in front. All those persons who have relatives or you yourself, you're earmarked for a surgery, and there is a delay in you getting the surgery, or you have not gotten a date as yet, go to Mr. Dugnat so we can have all of that sorted out by next week. Right? Dr. Dugnat will take that information.
Thank you very much.
His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Ali, members of the head table, and the residents of Dagg Point, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My question to you, Mr. President, concerning the land issues in Dagg Point. We, the residents of Dagg Point, apply for this land, the house lot of the hill going to solar farm. Of the hill. No, right. Where the road starting. Thursday.
Next Thursday, lands and survey would be in our community at 1 o'clock about land issue.
Okay, I must say a pleasant good evening to our president, to the head of the table, to my fellow citizens. Welcome. And Mr. President, you're welcome in our community. And I'm so happy for your visit because there are some things that is taking place that only you can fix it, I feel. Okay, I heard earlier that the speaks on agriculture purpose only and citrus and like cherries and... Okay, well, actually, I'm a farmer, and there is a lot, at least still among us. We are not vanished away as yet. I have about 3 acres right now present, and there are my aunts, their plants, and other people plants. So what, mostly is cassava, the bitter cassava, because it has a lot of market in this Bartica here. Yes, and, okay, well, what I'm requesting for assistance, if you can assist us so that we can able to maintain our farm better by getting 2 or 3 workers so that we ask for a little bit of money so that we can pay them, and as the land is there, we can continue to cut the land and get more done.
I can't promise you to pay people, but what I can help you with is to prepare the land. So if you have 20 of y'all with 2-acre land each, we will come in with a machine and help you to prepare the land so that you can go and start the farming. We will help you to prepare the land with a machine. We'll take up that cost.
Okay, thank you very much. And the next part, you already said it about the water. So that was the next part. And there is an next part. There are so many.
I just want to tell you, there is a new variety of sweet cassava. 25 tons they give us per hectare. Very, very high yielding. 25 tons. And we use that in Region 9 to make the farine. And that farine right now is carrying a higher value and is being sold in Brazil.
That's good.
So we can help you too with that. If you want to do the sweet cassava, that giving you the high yield, 25 tons per acre, we are ready to work with you on that.
That's good.
Just get the farmers to come together and let's start talking to them, okay?
Okay, Mr. President, that's wonderful. It's so good to know that we have something still to, or someone still on our side. So with this, thank you very much.
To go away, listen, I want you to get the farmers together now so they can start talking. Where is Dr. Walt? Lionel, you take them now and let's start talking to them with Nari. Y'all go ahead now. All right, so we'll take three more persons.
Thank you. Good afternoon, His Excellency Mohammed.
Now, if there are personal issues, if there are people with personal issues, I have my staff come. Sasha. This young lady here will lead the effort in taking all the personal issue. So you can just go to her, okay?
Members of the table, residents of Dagg Point. I am very grateful and thankful for God as an elderly person this part of Guyana. I'm originally from the Northwest, and I've been living here over 53 years. I'm now a Bartishan. We did take out a portion of land, 15 acres, which all of us shared in it. We planted and we made our livelihood here in Dagg Point. And there is a lot to say more, but I'll leave that for the next time. But I want to let us know this evening, we are privileged people to have our president and the members that is with him this evening. I am proud. I have lived to see the second president come to our little village, a little village called Dagg Point. People say it has a lot of dogs. Not true. It has a lot of good people. Perhaps it has some bad ones too. So with that, my name is Malina Jones. My husband's name was Charles Jones. We are the first people to build this place when it was in high bush. We bought our own tools, we bought our own food, and Daddy made a bush tent. A house, could say, which had bedrooms to host us. We also host people when they came. They had no houses, no food, no clothes. We then had to help those that came after us. We trusted God. I myself trusted God many nights. I said, Lord, let this place be a place of development. Let it be a place that have churches and pastors. Today, this evening, hearing my president speaking, it fills my heart with joy to see at this time and this age, I'll still live to hear a second president in this part of the vineyard to speak about, say, God bless you. So I believe we should stand at this time and give him a clap offering of thanks that he's here with us. Just clap them, yes. Clap everyone. There are certain parts in Guyana that he cannot go, but he's here with us. And we thank God. Not now, he can't go now. So I'm so thankful that we are here this evening to hear his words. And I'm thankful to see the development in this land, in this part of the land. But sad to say now I'm ageable. We don't work on self-help like first. But I thank God for the groups that are working together. I pray for them. And more or less now that I heard what it is, and I know I'm still working, I'm still planting. I'm a farmer also, and my nephew mentioned that he has 3 acres. I have nearly 4 acres in cultivation in bitter and sweet cassava, which that I am enjoying, reaping, and selling. I'm happy to realize that I am a resident in Guyana. The first person that ever lived in Dagg Point is me and my husband. With this, I say I am blessed, and God bless you richly. Thank you for listening.
Is there anyone else?
Holding it good. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. And I am extremely happy so I can smile all over because I have the best man in this community here today. And it is no other than His Excellency, Mr. Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. I am blessed to have you, President. I am happy. My heart is beating so fast. And I must tell you, I'm fine. I must tell you this. Since you're sitting in office on the 5th or the 10th of August 2020, your progress and development for Guyana is extremely past the 100%. I've been listening to news, I've been watching television, and Dr. Irfan Ali, you have been doing great wonders in Guyana for your people that you said you would have stood for in your manifesto. I must say this, as a resident of Dagg Point, I am a sweet 16 of 64 years of age, and I am blessed to be here, to see you sitting there as a humble man in front of all of these beautiful people here, along with your staff and the residents of this community and the environs. We are overjoyed, and I must say what you have done in this community is extremely blessed. And we in Dagg Point are looking forward and will work for you, Dr. Irfan Ali. We will work for you because you deserve it from the day you took office. And you have never missed the Guyanese and left them unfinished. You finish what you have said in your manifesto. I have one concern. One concern. And this concern, it is about the road project, which is now on its way, soon to complete with the bridges. Now, I would like to ask a question. I've noticed the contractors have built the roads shoulders too high, and they have not done any active way for vehicles. I am not pleased for that part of the project. But apart from that, the contractors have done a good job. Now, I tried to explain to the contractor that was doing the road on the shoulders that they were putting. He said they were working with what the engineer had told them. Now, I know about working with a plan. I agree with all that he had said. But President Dr. Irfan Ali, I don't know what can be done after the road is finished. The road does not have active driveway for vehicles, but you can walk, you know. We need the building shoulder of the road is too high to go into your entrance and to come out of your entrance with the vehicle. That's the concern I have. Yes, well, if it could be done, that residents will be grateful for that kind of help. You know, we don't want to break the road. We don't want to destroy anything. I can't count them. Yes, not everybody has vehicles entrance. Thank you, President. I am satisfied, and I must say I'm pleased once more. Thanks to the both wards. Mr. Ari has been doing a good job in this region since he's here also, and we always appreciate him. That is why. Anyhow, we are neighbors. We love and care for each other. That is why we have to share our concern. And this is the best time to share our concern, when we have the peacemaker with us in the country, no other than our president. Thanks, everybody, once more, and safe trip back to where you come from.
Thank you very much. And let me say, I appreciate your very kind words, but I want to tell you that one of the blessings I have had is that I have one of the best teams around, the best team around me. You know, we just give them a hard time because we don't tolerate nonsense. We want the things to get done. But I can say that we have a very, very good team, a very, very good team around me, and it's a team effort. And that is a team effort that you're seeing. From the technicians to the cabinet members, you know, my office is primarily driven by women. So most of the persons in my office are women who are pushing the agenda. So we're going to continue to work and ensure that we build stronger and stronger for all of you.
Honorable President, members of the board, I am Mr. Ronald Sutton.
Just before we continue, we have some items that will come to you in the morning. We have 2 sewing machines, a tiller to help you with tilling the land, some farming implements, and also sporting equipment, some football, volleyball net. They will bring that to the community tomorrow morning. Okay?
I am Mr. Ronald Sutton, Chairman of the Dagg Point Loggers Association, and I'm here. I'm so grateful for your visit, President. My concern is very short. We are currently, we have currently a permit for 3 years, and what I'm requesting is a winch tractor, a tractor designed to do logging. We have a tractor in our community, but it is for like farming, but we want one that designed to do logging, like the pull our logs, just to load a truck, that's all. And I'm happy, I will be grateful for your assistance. Thank you.
Let's take 2 more persons. 2 more persons. Anybody?
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Mr. President. A warm welcome to our wonderful community of Dagg Point. I'm concerned about our road that from Lead in front to, I live to the front, the river front. And we are greatly affected by the flood and water. We have a part where our children, I'm a single parent, and for my kids to come to school, the road there is very bad. There's a deep pond there, always filled with water, only dry during the dry season. During the dry season, the road there is very bad. And I'm asking also, I don't have current as yet. If I'm to have current here, can I have a prepaid meter as a single parent? Huh? Mr. Ward? I can speak to him? This ward here. Okay, good. Thank you. And I would like answers about the prepaid meter. If as a single parent, I put a current here, right? If I can have a prepaid meter. Huh? If I have the... Yes, I have that, but I also will need current because my children have to do schoolwork. They have exams coming up, and I need to put in Wi-Fi there. So I would like to know if I can have a prepaid meter. Thank you.
One more. One more. Anybody else?
Yeah, everybody finished. All right, just now. Okay, President, just one more. Is you've seen that the dry season is over. We had a hard time with getting water, but now we have in the rain. Now we have some residents who cannot really afford to purchase a black tank. Can we get some assistance for them? Okay, thank you very much.
You see how God is good? Every time Sheikh Backstray get away, the Lord calling him back. The Lord want all of you here. As soon as you escape, He will send a message. Come back.
Thank you very much, President. Now we will have our closing remarks by Mr. Richard Algri.
Special good afternoon, His Excellency and the team, all residents. My task is simple, but before I go on to that, I would like to thank the President and the entire government of Guyana for an extremely job that you're doing, specifically in Dagg Point. Mr. President, if you were privileged enough to visit Dagg Point like 3 years back and come today, you were the one if you land in New York to the development that we are seeing happening today. And we are really, really happy for that. However, on behalf of the village of Dagg Point community, I would like to thank the President and his entire team for visiting us, listening to our concern, and also providing assistance on the spot for most of those concerns. So, Mr. President, thank you for visiting us again. Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.
comme best secretary.
Walang ganyan kayo na difference eh. You press in capture, ito yung ganyan ang gallery. Screen.
All right, bye. Bye.